Since there is a minimum age you can run for federal office, there should be a maximum age as well. I am 60 years old, I will be 61 soon. As I age, I know my memory, my thought process has slowed down. It's a fact. I wonder why both major parties want to give us these decrepit 70-plus senile old-ass people running our government. We deserve younger, more adaptable, who understand the world we live in now, who get the information age and can make laws that are in the public's interest. I don't know what that age should be, but plus 70 is far too old. I truly believed if they lowered the retirement age, there would be more jobs for people. What if they had to pass a cognitive test / asterisk past a certain age? Carrot, / asterisk that's comprised of more than a 5th grade test asking what a camel is. Their star. It's there. Having an 100-year-old senator, https://www. YouTube.com/watch, v = xdkh 0, doesn't do anyone any good, neither is having a senator sleeping. https://www. dailymotion.com/video/x2pmxh6. Canada has a rule where senators and Supreme Court judges must resign when they turn 75. I don't know why the US hasn't adapted this. So RGB should have stepped down last year then. It's more trouble than it's worth. You would have to do a constitutional amendment and do that ratification stuff. Then you have to get 2/3 RDS of the states to agree to it. It's our fault being a two-party system. Until we get options, it's molester or molester. There should be a maximum age when you should know when to use there. I guess the argument is experience. I think term limits could also do the trick. A lot of people were saying no to Bernie because he's too old, yet will re-elect the same congressman over and over. It's all about getting new faces. Agreed. If people can be too young, then people can be too old. Same for driving and pretty much any other activity that puts you or others' lives in danger. There asterisk seriously, you've had your whole life to get good at this. I love how Americans always fail to mention the country they're in. America is a country, not the whole planet. Assume not everyone just knows it is about the USA. You should also be able to distinguish between there and there. I am Francesi Lord von Bone John Belafonte III. King Vampire of the Westerly Blood Haven. I am 677 years old, and on behalf of my master race I say no to this maximum age. Okay, my opinion is just an opinion. I am not stupid, I know it won't happen, but I still believe I'm right. So do you have any argument against my opinion? Since there. How do you mess up spelling there twice? People should also know the difference between there and there before they express their opinions about the Constitution. The human species keep increasing its lifespan. Why would you want to put an upper limit on something that keeps getting better? This, along with term limits, is two things I would like to see implemented. You should know the difference between there and there by the time you get to that age too. I also propose an IQ test of some kind. And who especially understand the difference between there and there, it is crucial. Because there's a minimum, there should be a maximum. That's not logical. One doesn't suggest the other at all. Also, just because you're old and experiencing age-related chronic conditions doesn't mean others experience what you do or at the same rate. Their star. Or maybe we don't fucking elect old geezers. We don't need a constitutional amendment if it is truly something the people would like to see happen. Almost all of the most popular figureheads of the party on the left and right in Congress are fairly young, save for Pelosi, might be a bit controversial, not fully sure how accepted she really is in left circles, and Bernie. Well, one of the reasons we tend to get old politicians is that younger people tend to be anti-establishment, so power groups like the DNC and mainstream media nuke their coverage so no one knows they exist. The second reason is that younger people tend not to have any money to fund a campaign, and are busy actually establishing themselves, instead of running for office. Someone like Trump or Biden doesn't even really need donations to run for office, as they're both so wealthy. As a guy who ran on an anti-establishment platform, Trump only did so well because he A. had his own money, and B. because the mainstream media was so offended by him that they ran 24/7 coverage of his campaign. If you get an anti-swamp nominee like Bernie or Tulsi, the established powers can usually either spin a narrative against them, or suppress their campaign entirely by fiddling with the rules. It's not in the interest of people who hold all the cards to let a young person into positions of power. Not unless they are towing the company line. Completely agree. Once you hit a certain age, your mind isn't what it used to be, and I believe there is also a disconnect between the people and the politicians when all of them are older than the majority. Someone who can't use their correctly should not be deciding where power lies. Nothing stops a person from being smart just because they're old. In most cases, it gives them more experience. It should be a case-by-case thing. If they're out of touch, they won't be voted for. How the fuck have you not corrected or edited the word there yet? There /star. There. To quote John Mulaney, you don't get to order for the table when you're about to leave the restaurant. Asterisk there. We had this exact same thread a couple months ago. Was a dumb idea then and is a dumb idea now. If someone is too senile to perform their duties, then let that come out during the campaign. A hard arbitrary number makes no sense. Anyone who is capable should be considered. Misspelled there. No, we deserve to decide what we do with our own lives for ourselves. How about we get rid of these evil sociopaths altogether instead of these half measures? I think max age is 120. Clearly that's not working. For other thing too. Voting and driving come to mind. I've seen a lot of their mistakes. But no one ever makes it like this. This is a whole new low in their game. Asterisk there. How are you 60 and still don't know your there's there and there and apart? Holy hell, is nobody going to point out this person has no idea the difference between there and there? The cognitive test starts at that. There asterisk there is something is from two or more people, for example, that's their house. That's their car. This is bait. Op ain't 60. Well, the problem here is that, for example, Bernie would probably be a great president. But Trump is a hollow sack of wheat. A solution could be a test to determine knowledge, intelligence, and the ability to make well decisions. I don't know if that's possible. But it's definitely clear that Trump lacks all of these.